called them back, ended up being a tourist operator from Orlando that, wanted to basically have, um, people from all over Latin America come and, buy his tourist packages.
Sure.
And I still didn't think anything of it. I thought it wasn't going to work, but, we started, he started buying ads from me, and, from spending, at like $1,000 test, it went to 4,000 to 8,000 to like $10,000 a week.
A week.
Wow.
And one thing led to the next. We opened up a little office in a warehouse here in Miami, and we with that money we hired some salespeople, and that's how we started. Very organic. We never had any funding or bank debt or VC, because there wasn't any at the time. All the VCs were burned from the dot-com bubble, and no bank would lend us. So it was all
bootstrapping.
100%. And that's how we started. And it was like I think that even if that business would have failed, I think that I learned and more from it by kind of like starting the business and understanding about business that I learned in university. I did a business degree, but I had no idea how anything worked. I had no idea about accounting. I had at some point, I just kept two drawers. I had invoices on one end, and I had accounts payable on one drawer, and I had no systems. I had nothing. And I remember that when we started having employees, how do you run a payroll? We didn't have ADP or anything like that. And I remember I had to call my CPA, and he would tell me, okay, how much you're paying this guy? And he's like, okay, this is the check that you have to write him for, and then you have to write a voucher for taxes. I used to walk to the bank to deposit the payroll tax.
Sure.
And I would have to print the payroll, and give it to the guy. And it was all manual, and I didn't know. Basically, I had to learn on, as you go. And at some point, the invoices were stacking so high on one end and the accounts payable on the other end that, at some point I said, okay, I'm going to call an accountant, and I still work with that person now. But I remember that, she came in, and I said, hey, it's been a while here. I've just been, receiving checks, paying checks, and, I'm kind of not, I'm not keeping track of all this. And she like, and she's like, okay, what are your records? And I just opened the drawer and, put the stack of papers here and there, and she started crying. I left my office, but she felt so bad. I think that she came back and then, she helped me put everything together.